Hello, my fellow travelers. A lot of people have been asking me questions on why I'm doing this, so I thought I'd start a little Coffee with Daniel segment, just to answer some questions off the cuff and not have everything be as scripted as my videos are going to be. So, without further ado, a lot of people have been asking me why I'm doing these videos, why I'm starting to do a video channel, travel type thing. And that's for a couple of reasons. A few instances in my life have heavily influenced me really wanting to do this. For the first time that I went to China was a bit of a harrowing experience because it was actually the first time that I had traveled since 9/11. And that was a little bit terrifying for me as it is. It was something that was like in the back of my head, but what really made the difference was that I had gained weight since then, since the last time that I had been on an airplane. And I started to hear the stories of of airlines charging for like double two seats for a person who's overweight and stuff like that. And I was genuinely in a panic because I didn't have a lot of money back then, and all the money that I did have, I was using for like finding a place and all that sort of thing. So it got to the point where I was panicking over my weight and if I was going to fit in the seat and if the seatbelt was going to fit, if I was going to need one of those extender belts. That I talked to my mom and she's just like, well, can't you kind of just ask them about it? And the answer was kind of no. I had to go and I did research and I went to look at actual plane schematics and seat schematics to see if I had a possibility of fitting. And I did fit in the end, stuff like that. But that moment of panic kind of always made me want to start one of these channels or start a blog or something like that. But I found myself to be rather busy as I moved to China and did all the stuff that I was doing over there. Now that the pandemic has hit and I find myself having a lot more time at home, it kind of made it a little easier to try to do something like this. Also, the second reason why I'm doing this is there's a lot of people who are going out there and trying to get jobs in other countries, other teaching jobs, and let's just say that there is not a lot of reputable companies out there. I mean, there are at least from the stories and stuff that I've heard, I've always worked with companies that have been fairly to really reputable, but there are a lot of there's a lot of pitfalls that you can fall into. And that could totally change your experience. I know people who got just screwed out of their money in general. I don't they had no legal recourse over there because they didn't sign a contract or do that sort of thing. Also, I know people whose apartments were not as up to standards as they wanted. There's people who suffered a lot over things that could be fairly easily corrected, and I feel that it's kind of like my responsibility to help the next generation of people that are heading over there, so that way they are a little wiser and they can protect themselves a little better and they could have more fun. Because let's face it, teaching abroad is not just about going over there and educating, which is great and very hallowed sort of tradition, but it's also about going to a different country and exploring and having fun and checking out new things, experiencing different kinds of food and stuff like that, which is ruined when something like that happens. So it's a whole buyer beware type segment without it being a buyer beware type segment because it's a job sort of thing. Um, yeah, that's basically the reasons why I'm doing this, and also a third, more personal reason why I'm doing this, because not everything is completely altruistic. I have a very hard time communicating with people sometimes. Not communicating with people, but more like keeping in touch with everybody. And I know that sometimes people worry about me and they want to know if I'm okay. And I figured that doing videos would be a perfect way to just tell everybody, hey, I'm here, I'm having fun, I'm doing okay, or hey, I'm here, things are kind of bad, but it's okay, we're gonna pull through this. The mantra of 2020, that's like, things are kind of bad, or things are really bad, or pandemics are coming, but we're going to pull through this. Yeah. So, to everybody who's watching, love you all. Hope you're doing well in whichever bubble you are in right now. And I hope that we will all meet up soon and we will all be able to do fun things in the future. But for now, let's quest for wonder as we try to be a little bit more worldly. See you next time. Bye-bye.